Hello everyone, this is the 101Space podcast, and I'm Justice here with
Isabel,
Julian,
Amelia.
and today we will be talking about Red for Ed and the song This Is America by Childish Gambino. So, I'll go first with Red for Ed. So what Red for Ed is it's about the teachers walking out, going to Phoenix where Doug Ducey is, and trying to convince him to bring their pays back up to what it was. Because in 2008, they cut the teachers' pay from like $60,000 to $30,000, which really affected them. Because one of my teachers used an example, I'm going to use this, is saying you have to feed your family for $100 a month, right? And then suddenly you have to start feeding your family for $50 a month. So you can't buy everything that you used to be able to buy to feed your family, and you can't do these things. And I think that's a great example because it represents what actually happened, because the teachers are living off of $30,000 a year when they used to be living off of $60,000 a year. So I think it's pretty good that the teachers did do this, and it happened a couple weeks ago, and now they didn't really get much done, even though they went out and was walking out. They didn't really get much done, because when my teacher just came back, they were talking about like how they only got a little bit of what they wanted. So
what does everyone else think now that you're back, and what have you heard from your teachers about what happened?
I'm actually glad that I'm back to school. It's because that my teachers are really like sad at first because they think they might lose their jobs, and then my teacher, Ms. Noriega, Mr. Federico, and Mr. Burns were crying after when they came back to school, knowing that if they get fired, how they're going to feed for their kids, you know. So, but they didn't get fired, and for the reward, I made a video for them on YouTube, Troy High Red for Ed Walk-In. So they really enjoyed that. I made them really cry a little bit too, knowing that they did make a stand, and that teachers should be paid more because they're the people that educate us to become people to who we are in the future. And I just want to say thank you for, you know, standing up for us and standing up for you guys as well. I just love everybody at Choya High School, and I hope that this will make memories in a book. That's all I want to say to my teachers at Choya.
To put what Justice said earlier in simple perspective, the teachers, it's like they asked for a cake and then got just a slice instead. Like,
yeah.
That's what got accomplished.
Yep.
During the walkout?
Yeah.
So they had a slice of the cake, asked for the entire cake, but only got a slice, another slice to it.
Yeah.
I heard that one of the things that they achieved was there was a sales tax that gave them like $2,000 every paycheck, and that sales tax was going to end. So they got it extended, but that was already part of their paycheck. So it's not really adding more, it's just extending something that they already had. And then also, they got a 9% raise, which is going to be paid for by a 9% property tax in Tucson. So do you guys think that's fair, or what do you think about that, what they got at the Capitol?
Well, I don't really know.
I don't know either. Like, I need to talk about it, but I didn't understand it much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about money, but 9% doesn't sound like a lot.
Well, 9% of like $1,000 would be $9,000 added. But if you got $1,000 and you get like 9% added, I don't think that would be a big increase.
Yeah, 9%. So like 10% of 10% of 1,000 would be $100. So 9% would be like $90.
Yeah.
So if your paycheck is $30,000, that would be like $300 every month or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which wouldn't be
Or
a lot.
year. Yeah, so it's not huge. Or it would be $3,000 a year. That's what it would be.
Oh yeah, because 30,000. Yeah.
Does anyone have to stay in school because of the walkout?
I mean, I know that the school that me and Isabel go to, they didn't add any of the extra days onto it.
Yeah, because I think they had
Nice.
enough contract days, was it?
Yeah, I
Something like
think. And we also took Friday in school, and other schools didn't. And those other schools have to now. So I think it might have been taking Friday.
Choya, no, we didn't have any extended days. Everything was on track. It's just our senior events are like just a little bit more forward, almost like the 18th or the 17th instead of being on the May 7th or anything like that. So no days extended or no school in June. Just
Nice.
So I also want to add to the Red for Ed thing. I don't really want to get too political because I know a lot of people are like really sensitive about politics. And if I were to say like something wrong, people would be like really mad. But I want to say that I saw a commercial on TV while my grandma was watching her shows that she watches, and I watch them with her. I saw a Doug Ducey ad and stuff. And my grandma she watches the news a lot, and she said like by 2020 the payment is gonna go up by I think like I don't know how much she said, I can't remember. 20%, yeah. So it was gonna go back up, and yeah.
So why do you think Doug Ducey is running those ads to say
To probably, I think that he's trying to be like, okay, I'm going to make a change, or he could be like, I'm already doing amazing. I don't need to change anything. So it could go either way. Because they didn't really like explain during the ad. They were just like, Doug Ducey is supporting schools in Tucson, Arizona. This was
it was
confirmed by me.
It was kind of weird because my teacher was saying that when Doug Ducey was actually no, when my teachers were over there wearing red, right? Doug Ducey wasn't wearing red; he was wearing blue, so he wasn't supporting it. It's kind of weird though, even though he's a Republican, they wear red, and then he wasn't wearing red. What's the thing? When he was having an interview with the news, people say, "Oh, he supports Red for Ed," but he's not wearing red at the event. So, which means does he support it or just doesn't want to wear red?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. That can be like he's either not supporting it or red means like something else to him. See, because like when you think about it, everything that someone does. Oh no, okay, yeah, everything that someone does is based upon something. Like, let's say I punch a wall. That would be ridiculous because my arm would probably break right at the elbow. But if I were to do that, I had a reason to do that. Like, either I was mad or I just, like, felt like punching the wall. Like, there's a reason to do that.
Like his agenda behind what he's doing?
Yeah.
And to add a little bit of that, my teacher told us a story. He recorded a video. It's weird that Trump supporters are there too as well, and they brought a racist flag. That it's an online like land. You know how Tucson is like on their own land? Well, it's a new land they made up in the internet. You know that crying face of the frog?
Oh, yeah.
That
Pepe?
Yeah. So they made add that into kind of like a flag, but now with his face on it. It's a racist flag for like white supremacy support. So when you hold up with the like you're okay, sign like that in your hand.
Oh yeah, it was
that
like
means,
white power.
Yeah, that means we mean white power. It means like white supremacy support.
Yeah.
We brought it at the Red for Ed rally, which why are you gonna bring a racist thing to an education thing? It made no sense. It was weird that people that at the Red for Ed were agreeing to that to flag. So it's kind of like a new Nazi flag, but here.
So why do you think that they would bring that to the rally? Like, how is that related to Red for Ed?
To me, I don't know why you brought that. I was getting confused too. I was like, why did you bring that to an education? Do they to support the teachers what they're doing, or yeah? And then one of my teachers were like, my brother's teachers were saying, I don't support what Red for Ed for doing. But aren't you a teacher? Like, I don't care. What they're doing is stupid. I need to get paid already. I'm like, well, that's what they're doing for higher payment. But she's like, I don't think that's true. I think they're just doing it because they don't want to be at school no more. But it makes no sense. Like she's saying stuff that is like the opposite. Like, I don't know what you're a teacher, and you're saying you want higher payment, but you don't want Red for Ed to happen.
And I also I'm confused about how your teacher said that. Mm-hmm. She just wants to get paid now, and she doesn't care about that. But she teaches because she wants to. Because if she has been a teacher for like 2 years and has like other stuff, then she can probably get like a lot better paying jobs somewhere else.
Yeah.
But she's a teacher. That means that she cares. So I'm confused on why she doesn't
Yeah,
support
she doesn't care, and
Ed.
she's hardly at school too. Like you see her like once every like 3 months.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, she's hardly there. Literally, she's like.
But does
like-
she get
As a
paid still?
teacher?
Yeah, as a teacher, like there's always a sub for her like every single day. My brother's like, I never like he's an avid, and he's like, oh, I never see my teacher out. Only like once in a blue moon when she feels like it. So I don't know
Well,
how she's getting paid or.
With that, like, white supremacy stuff, that goes kind of into, like, this is America. What do you guys... Because I have some... I think I might know what it's about, but what do you guys think it's about? I saw that there was... The majority of the people were black. I think I saw maybe, like, 1 or 2 white people in that. So
do we want to describe a little bit of the video?
yeah, so it was Childish Gambino, and he was there, and then it started off really weird, and he was like just dancing to this like really like, you know how it would be like in The Shining, that creepy music is like, and it was like he was dancing to like that stuff, and it was really weird, and there was a guy playing the guitar, and then it went off to Childish Gambino dancing, and then he walked in, and then the guy was like fully like masked, so like in like a bag, and then Childish Gambino pulled the gun out from his pocket and then shot him in the head, and then the song went on. It was like, "This is America," and then it went on, and it became really weird, and I think they were trying you.
Yeah. When I think of that, I think of like police brutality. Like that's what I think. But you know they're not cops. But like when I think of police brutality, you know how people are labeled like African American people are blamed as being always gangsters, always being like, always like ghetto. Think they're always gonna be like a bad person or dealing drugs when they get older. Like that's what people think nowadays. Like now has been like this since forever now about calling people the N word, calling the African Americans the N word, and saying that they're not allowed to see on the bus at all. Because to be honest, I had experience my freshman year that this bus driver was really racist. Like I can tell because he told the black guy to sit behind the bus. Like you're not allowed to sit in front. And like he literally told everybody, like every like white person was sitting right here in the front, and he's like, oh no, you gotta move in the back. There's no room for you. Even though it's like 3 empty seats right there right in front of him. But I think because he said he was frightened. Like when he got off the bus, the African American guy, he's like, oh my god, he frightened me. So it doesn't mean you gotta put him in the bag. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
So you think
and
it's like stereotypes that we have about,
Yeah.
about black people in America?
I think it was like a statement. Yeah, I agree. I think it was like a statement on gun violence and like what America sees African Americans as, because it was just like Childish Gambino going around just shooting people, being like, "Woo!" And he's like, "This is America. This is what we do." But like, yeah.
And combining it with dancing too. What do you guys think about that?
I think the culture.
Yeah.
Like their dancing culture, it looks familiar because I study African American history at my school, and then we learned about how like their tribes and everything, how they dance. Like it looked kind of similar, like how they were in a circle and then they were doing their little dances. It looks really familiar, like one of the tribes in Africa.
But they did that, but instead of, I saw some like now dance moves,
Yeah,
like
now.
the shoot, and then there were some other ones.
So in this thing, this is America right now. So they are those current dance moves while this other stuff is going on.
Because a good thing that
Julian
said is that when we were watching it, he said that it looks like Childish Gambino is trying to be like, this is what white people see us as, and then the part that he was shooting people was like what police brutality was and is. So
I saw something interesting. Like he puts the guns on like a cloth, so like that's kind of like protecting the guns in a way still, even though like.
When you look closer to the cloth, it looks like one of those bandanas you see. Like it looks like a bandana, so probably like it was red, so like that's like the blood. Like that's all you saw was color red. So I think it was like a gangster bandana.
maybe like
Just to keep it like that, clean the gun and just throw it like that, so they don't know if any fingerprints on it.
And at the end, I found it really confusing because then there was him at the front running, and then everyone behind him was running. So what do you guys think that could be?
I think they were running from the police because he just shot a bunch of people, and the police are like, yeah, I'm gonna chase you because you shot people.
I think I agree with you. Yeah, I think like it's him running, but I think he's running away from them. Like I forgot how to explain that. I forgot what I was about to
Running
say.
away?
Like he's just running, just and there's people behind him, like chasing him maybe.
Or maybe running with him?
Maybe it's like the reality of what it is.
Yeah.
Like, running from things that you didn't do.
Yeah.
And then before it was like, this is what we are, quote unquote.
Yeah, or at the beginning, where This Is America is like one perspective and like the first part, and then the second part could be like what is happening. Yeah, basically what you said.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that like he was being chased or if everyone was running?
I think everyone was running.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think everybody was running because when you kind of think about it, they were just following him. But he looked terrified too. The face he was made, the face reaction always counts on what he's doing.
And there was a lot of stereotypes in that video too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like how you shot the chapel
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That reminded me a lot of what the
Oh
this guy
yeah,
did.
because there was a heckin'.
This Nazi support. I think it was like he had like the Nazi.
It was a
flag.
Nazi supporter, but I
shot the
heard
black
another
church?
thing. Yeah, and he
Yeah.
came in, he like held them hostage, he's like, do this, and he was like, no, and like he killed 25 of them, I think.
Yeah, that's what I
It was
thought.
9, but yeah.
Oh, it was 9. I'm super good at counting, obviously.
I just watched something about Charleston, like the white supremacist protests that were there like a year ago and stuff. So I saw that.
Mhm.
But yeah, and also I feel like that's a big like stereotype too, is like the choir. And, like you see that in other media too, like the choir
Yeah.
like singing.
I have a feeling like in the music video is what happened in what do you see in the news, like what
Yeah.
happens, like these people like these white supremacists, they have done, like how they shot a person, like on the first time when he shot somebody in the head, that probably happened in what happened in
Yeah,
the past
because
year.
I've seen a lot of police brutality stuff on the news.
See, I think that he's putting that thing in the music video and saying that this is how it is when it
This
comes
is
to
what's
America.
happening.
This is what happens.
Maybe the like shooting people was his way of saying like, I'm trying to kill the stereotypes and like get them out of here. Like
Maybe.
kill police brutality.
Oh, I saw that the I'm Not Racist video by, I don't know his name, but he made a video saying I'm not racist, and I haven't looked at that one. I haven't seen it, but have you guys?
No, I haven't.
No.
Was it an art like a musician or?
It was I don't know. It was a music video though, so maybe we could
What do you
look
guys
into
think?
that stuff.
Do you guys know Post Malone or do you?
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard of him.
yeah.
I was reading about his because he has this really successful album, but it's,
Oh yeah, his newest one.
But he like he said the N-word on camera, like he kind of refuses to he doesn't want to be called a rapper, but his music is very like rap influenced, so it's kind of interesting. He's not at all getting into stuff about music.
Oh yeah. Also to that, I find it funny how, cause my grandma always tells me when she was 19, she's like 74 now, when she was like 19 and would listen to the radio and stuff, like all those like old songs that were bad for that generation, her parents would be like, that's gonna rot your brain. And now the music today, it's just, you literally can't understand what anyone's saying, and when you can, it's either like saying the N-word or like bragging about how much money they have.
Yeah, or like Xanax.
Yeah, or like any other drugs. So,
So, teaser for next time.
yeah, we're gonna be talking next time about summertime and the temperatures and some news stuff on Fortnite. But this has been the 101 podcast. So,
Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Boop.